Alright, as promised, the weekly update for the E46. This one's really just more of a cleanup and take apart video. Hopefully you enjoy it. This time it's mostly going to be narrated by Justin, the other person that you're used to seeing in the video. And I'm going to go ahead and let him take over.
Hey, I am the other guy you see working on the engine in the videos. Last time we took out the engine, we set it down, we tarped it, and now this is just us kind of cleaning it up. So first we had to lift it up, put it on the engine stand. We had a bit of a time with that. We were trying to work the bolts there. We decided to put on that plate first and kind of attach everything, then attach the stand after, which you'll kind of see in a second. Oh yeah. Right here we had to, just in a second, we had to actually take it back off. This is us getting it on, and that's us about to take it back off to thread that bottom bolt, kind of clean it up essentially. The threads were very dirty, but we ended up getting it all on there and tightening everything back down. At one point I wasn't smart and I pinched my little fingers. But after that we kind of we went smooth from there. You really can't expect to go working on stuff without possibly hurting your digits, but we kind of got it all put together. As you can see here, we lined the stand up. We had a bit of a struggle here. As you can see, I was not quite strong enough on my own to turn the engine. Had to get Zach's help, but we ended up getting it done.
Yeah, after we cycled it 3 times.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, we don't talk about that. No, yeah, I kind of had to, as you can see here, I kind of had to push it on over as we lowered it to make sure it sat right, but we got it on there. It looks great. And it held pretty well too. You would have thought that the weight would have been a little bit too much leaning forward, but it wasn't, because the cherry picker, the engine hoist, it was actually not supporting very well on there. We didn't realize that there was actually slack in the chain, and all of that was really the engine holder there for a while. But
yeah, you'll see here in 4 or 5 minutes that suddenly we realize the chain is loose as shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but we just kind of started disassembling at this point. Or prepping to disassemble. Yeah, we just started disassembling. We're trying to get fuel rail, kind of everything off there, AC condenser over on the side that I'm working on, and I got AC condenser bracket, and then I had started on the coils on the top, but
all that'll show up in a later clip, so you'll get to see all of that.
I was taking my sweet time doing that over there. Meanwhile, you were just I would have thought doom music was playing, just ripping and tearing over there.
Man, I was powering away. Throttle body spring was completely ripped out. I tried to show the pipes to the camera. I don't do a very good job of it, but they're fucking snapped at the end, corroded all hell on the inside. They're just toasted. It's done.
I would like to say, when you said you knew these engines, you know these engines, because we got that done pretty fast. Not that we had a lot to do, but for what we did it pretty quick, I'd say. The cleaning process when we get to it, very satisfying. Very satisfying results.
Yeah, if you look at it right now, that thing's pitch black. It is not going to look anything like that.
Yeah, you would think the bottom's painted black, but no, it's just that dirty. Real gunked up.
We'll do a little bit better cleaning whenever we pull the oil pan and valve cover off to prep it for getting new gaskets.
Yeah.
It's going to need a new intake and new throttle body. The intake and throttle body that were there are not going to work for the MS43 system. This came out of an MS42 controller car, so it is a little bit different. It's drive-by cable instead of drive-by wire, and a couple of differences on the ignition harness.
why does it always feel like the hardest part about taking out an engine and fixing it up is the cleaning?
Yes, it is. You got to scrub off 20 years of other people's driving and lack of maintenance.
Yeah. I mean, like, installing parts is all about knowing your left from your right. And if you can turn a wrench, you're good. You can install parts. It does not take a rocket scientist. This is kind of my angle that it cuts to here of what I was doing. My side already looks cleaner than his side because I guess his side was just like filthy from the get-go. I didn't have a lot of cleaning.
My side has like the intake on it. But the oil galleys run right above it. The coolant lines run right above there, and pretty sure the valve cover gasket was blown out on that side.
Yeah. Right here is about where I was wondering why it wouldn't just come right off. You see me pull it right there. And then I look over and I realize, oh, well, those bolts that I just took out were to the block. The ones that I'm about to take out are to the bracket. Or no, I did take out, right? Or no, I'm taking out now, it seems.
Just so it's clear, we don't shoot the commentary for this like until the very, very end, and we watch the video while we do it. So this is very unfiltered, it's not processed at all for the commentary. It's just exactly what we say. It's laid on there first go and we send it.
Yeah, this is all just raw right here. This is our raw take on it. And up here is where you can see me taking off the coils. After the coils, everything pretty much comes right smooth off.
You'll notice here once the coils come up, like I mentioned last video, I cannot remember a ground strap to save my fucking life. And we forget the ground strap on the coils, wondering why they won't yank off, and there's a little orange cable on there that goes in the middle of the valve cover. And ground strap, I can't think about it till once. I just won't think about it.
Yeah. I mean, that was already a thing when we were trying to take the engine out of the car in the last video.
We had the engine halfway out, was wondering why it was turning to the right and wouldn't come out, and there was the ground strap.
Yeah. I really think that the best part of this video is really like
this part right here.
It's just a turd I just scooped out of that fucker.
That's the best part of the video.
Yeah, no. No, but to be honest with you, I think the best part of the video is just the satisfying ending of how clean it's up.
Oh yeah, in the end, like right here, it is so dirty and it's so gunked up. There's still like stuff from the yard that we pulled it out of sitting on this thing. It's like, it was like that.
Thank goodness though, dude. The compression, like when we went to put the painter's tape on there and test the compression, thankfully it seems like that engine is in decent condition. It's just a little dirty, it needs some love, it needs some care, and we'll get right out there and you'll start seeing videos of us drifting, time attacks, you'll see us on track possibly. It's gonna be good.
We're definitely planning on, in the next couple months, getting this thing out to meets, getting it out to some shows, getting some love for it. We're going to be posting more videos here soon, hopefully of Justin's car and some other cars.
Yeah, we'll start a series on the Miata, kind of mirroring the series of the E46. I say after we finish the series of building the cars, we test them against each other. We run time attacks against each other. How do you feel about that?
I'm down for it. Like, we could totally have a whole thing where it's just like a rivalry between the two cars.
Yeah.
And luckily your Miata doesn't need a revival. It just needs some love. Like, it runs and it drives, unlike mine.
Yeah, I don't need to do a whole engine swap. I'm just gonna build the engine that's in it up a little bit. It does have some valve leak, admittedly. I see if I take the oil cap off, there's a bit of oil shooting out the top. But I'm either thinking about buying a race head, or I'm going to have the head rebuilt, or rebuild the head myself. I mean, I know how to. It's just, do I want to
Just turbo build it, drop in 80-pound springs.
No, I'm 50 pounds of boost, stock internals.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but I'm probably going to get some forged internals, forged rods, pistons. I shouldn't need forged crank or anything special like that, just forged rods, pistons, because all I want out of the Miata is to push 300 horsepower. The thing with them is they weigh so little that 300 is a lot. But
Oh yeah, dude, that Miata, like 300 is gonna cook me on 450, and I cannot wait to get there.
yeah, I don't know if it'll cook you. It's dependent on how the drive goes. It's
You got 2,000 pounds. I
Yeah,
got 2,000 pounds on the road. I'm driving a sedan. Like, that thing weighs.
right here. This is kind of part of the cleaning process a little bit.
You ever notice that I don't clean one spot the whole fucking time?
Yeah, it's very it's very dissatisfying to look back at, because you could see it on camera
Well,
right
there's
now.
2 spots, but I highlight both of them, so
Yeah.
they'll be showing you here in about maybe 30 seconds. It'll highlight what I didn't clean on this side.
Yeah. Oh man, but those grill attachments, they really came in clutch for us. That and the engine degreaser, so much engine
It's so
degreaser.
much engine degreaser, dude. We wasted that engine degreaser.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, dude, like that. I did not wipe that the entirety of time that we were doing this cleaning. There's another spot on the bottom of the oil pan that I don't touch either that we're gonna highlight in about 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. But what do you think with the E46 is going to be the most exciting part of the project? Like, once we start getting it done, what
That
is-
depends. Like, are we gonna turbo?
I say, why not?
If we're gonna turbo, that's gonna be the most exciting thing. Is putting the turbo on it, setting up the lines, getting everything right, and then getting it tuned. Like, those are gonna be the 2 most exciting parts. Getting the engine prepped for the turbo, and then dropping it in the car and seeing what it can do on the dyno.
Yeah. A second ago, you could kind of see me brushing my teeth with the brush. I didn't brush my teeth that morning, so I had to, or this morning, I had to, improvise, use some engine degreasers, toothpaste, and get that brush scrubbing. But right here, we start knocking off a bunch of gunk. I mean, it's just, the camera doesn't do it justice. There was so much just falling. Especially on Zach's side right there, you could see him really getting down into it. But on the underside of the oil pan, it'll be coming up here soon. We really didn't clean the underside. Oh man.
I'm like contemplating going out there tomorrow morning and cleaning the bottom of that oil pan just because at this point, like, it's bugging me watching this, seeing it not getting touched at all. Like, I'm even drilling up the other side. I'm gonna come through, wipe this whole thing down again, and I'm still not gonna touch that spot. I'm gonna get so close to it.
Speaking of things that we're about to do, we're about to pick up a transmission for this. Engine.
Yes, we are getting what should be a clean get rag transmission for this car. Unfortunately, the ZF for it is just not in the best of shape. It is grinding going into second. Pretty sure the synchros are gone. Once it's in second, it drives with no grind, but it's not something I would have to deal with.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Where we didn't clean. This is where I start kind of setting up. It doesn't show it right there, but what I did was I cleaned off and wiped down right there where that painter's tape is. I cleaned off, wiped down the area, and I applied those. We quickly did a compression test under, which you'll see here in a second. Us just kind of turning.
No, that was in the earlier clip where I was turning the engine. We didn't end up getting your side.
Oh, true.
Yeah. And then we managed to get everything done. It rained probably 2 minutes after we wrapped up everything. Justin ran in the backyard in the rain to grab the cart and got it all done.
Oh, I wrapped that thing if I could cook that.